Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. We're here in the studio today with young Chris, who's in the overview section, where he's going to be doing an overview of a Code 3 product. It is the CL199. I like to read the script because that way I don't mess up the numbers. From me to him, take it away, Chris.
Thank you, Stuart. A beacon that we have here available for you from Code 3 on SIRENNET happens to be the CL199. It's an LED beacon that utilizes a die-cast base, so nice and heavy duty, a rough and tumble clear polycarbonate lens, and throughout that lens on the inside, giving a smooth exterior finish, it has an optic that's been done that takes the array of 12 diodes that are affixed around the waterproof potted shock-resistant circuitry inside the beacon and disperses it in an even 360-degree output. But the beacon gets better. Not only does it have it covered all the way around 360 degrees on the horizontal axis, it also covers you with vertical output as well. Code 3 on the top board here has taken another array of 12 diodes and dedicated them to be top firing. It has the ability to flash the diodes, and through an independent trigger wire in the wiring harness, ground activated, you can take that diode array and set it to steady burn. Quite useful when searching for vehicles out in a desolate area, or for clients that may have regulations regarding beacons, visibility, such as airport requirements, a wonderful beacon to have with that unique function. The beacon is also able to offer you conventional warning. It has a total of 30 selectable flash patterns, and in that, it has 4 patterns that simulate a rotating effect. So, should you like the traditional spreading around the beacon, you can go ahead, select from one of those 4. The beacon, again, through activating a trigger wire, has a high-low function, so you can tone down the intensity for nighttime operations. It also has the ability to be synchronized. So should you have multiple CL199 beacons around your application, you can tie them together for a uniform flashing. The beacon itself is designed to be mounted one of 2 different styles. You can do the conventional flat mount on the vehicle, 3 mounting holes for running bolts, rivets, mounting screws through for nice tight fit and finish. Another versatile way to mount the beacon is with a standard 1-inch pipe threading, again in the cast aluminum base. So for folks that are going to install this onto a pipe fitting, very, very easy to do. Drop the wiring harness through and go ahead, twist it on as needed. The beacon itself, permanent mount, as you can see here. Trigger wires, easily to connect. The beacon itself, when connected to 12 volts, we'll go ahead, turn it on now so you can take a look. Very nice and bright output. We have them in the conventional warning colors, so when ordering, go ahead and select the color that'll fit your application as needed, or colors if you're going to be outfitting, for the example, back of a fire truck, 1 red, 1 amber, a blue, an amber, a red, a blue. Whatever color is needed, we have these available for you. Something to keep in mind, again, with the CL199, is the diodes are what produces the color. The dome itself on all the beacons is going to be the clear polycarbonate that you see here. Nice, bright, 360-degree output. With that, again, 12 diodes, wonderful optics that Code 3's put together, nice even dispersion. Taking the beacon, pointing it toward the camera, you can see the array of the 12 diodes that take care of the vertical output for the beacon. Something to keep in mind, if you don't need the diodes top firing, they are able to be disengaged through flash pattern selection. Again, total of 30 different patterns, a lot to choose from. And in those 30, rotating patterns, like I mentioned before, and top firing diodes and non-top firing diodes. For the high-low function on the beacon, it's a matter of taking the violet trigger wire and continuously connecting it to a solid ground source. As you can see, with ground connected to the trigger wire, unit drops in its intensity. Go ahead, remove that, back to full intensity it goes. For the overhead function and setting it to steady burn, the beacon has an independent trigger wire. When it's put to a ground source again, Code 3 in this case with the CL199 likes to use the ground trigger wire for the different functions of the beacon. Others use a positive 12 volts. Give you a look. As you can see, diode set to steady burn, easily visible from the overhead. For adjusting the flash patterns, blue trigger wire, momentarily tap it to the ground source, and that'll go ahead and let you select through. I'll go ahead, a couple of touches with the trigger wire here, let you take a look at a few of the patterns that's offered. Setting the flash patterns, easy enough to do. You can do it when you're doing your initial installation setup, or should you have the beacon set to a flash pattern, you need to make a change to it down the road, go ahead, get access to the trigger wire again, and go ahead, go in, adjust the flash pattern as needed. Once you have the desired flash pattern, just stop the process of momentarily tapping the trigger wire, and the beacon will be memory retained in its main operating chip to the desired flash pattern. So when you deactivate the beacon and reactivate the beacon, flash pattern will be retained. Well, there you have it. A look at the CL199 series of LED beacons available for you here on SIRENNET from our friends at Code 3. Take a look at the tech specs that we have for you in full details on the website. Go ahead, select from the different color options available, order away as needed for your vehicles. Thanks for joining me here on SIRENNET Television. Back to you, Stuart.
Well, thanks, Chris. Greatly appreciate it. Interesting product, I might say. I'm Stuart. You've been watching SIRENNET Television, and as always, many thanks.